Hello, it's Mrs.Z again. This is grade 5 mission 4 lesson 7. Mrs.Z. Okay, today is January 12th, 2025. Okay, so it says solve using the tape diagram. 3/5 of 30. So what that means is we need to know what 3/5 times 30 is, or 3/5 of 30. The best way is if we assume, because this rectangle, this whole rectangle is 30. Okay, I'm going to draw that. Okay, here you go. Okay, so the whole rectangle represents 30. So how we needed to divide that into fraction parts that are 5 equal parts. So I already used 5 centimeters, so like I can easily divide that into 5 pieces, and then I can break it into 5 parts. Now I need to know what is 30 divided into 5. And I start thinking of this is what 30 divided into 5 is. And I need to think what times 5 equals 30. Of course, it's 6. 6 times 5 is 30. 6 times 5 equals 30. And that is the third grade fact family. So now I know that each of these parts, they are really 1/5, 1/5, 1/5, 1 out of 5 pieces. But each piece represents 6. So 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, because 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6 makes 30. So like if you have a 30 chocolates and you want to bring to school 3/5 of it, 2/5 you're going to leave at home for your sister and brother to eat. So this is 1/5 that you're going to take to school, and then one more fifth, and one more fifth. So that represents 3/5. If you look that is 3/5. It's the same thing. These three numbers together will tell you how many pieces you need to take home. So 3/5 of 30, 3/5 of 30 cookies is 6 plus 6 is 12 plus 6 is 18. So we got that answer. Okay, 3/5 of number 30. What is the number? They said 3/5 of a number is 30. What is the number? Okay, now this is a different, because they already tell you how much will be 3/5. So now that these 3/5 is not 666, it's 30. This part represents 30. So still the fraction is the more important piece. It means I need to again have 5 pieces to represent this new problem. So if I do the same thing, and I drew my tape diagram. This whole, we don't know what whole is. So they already tell us what is the, so like this would be hold on, each fifth. And now they say 3/5. So here is 1/5, 2/5, 3/5. So they tell us what 3/5 is. And they said 3/5 is 30. This represents 30 or 3/5. 3/5. So dividing 30 into 3 pieces, each fifth must be 10. So even those who we don't have, these two parts, they are together make the whole, and that will be represents the whole number. The number that is this part of that number is 30. So like we did here, 3/5 times 30 equals 18. Here it was the opposite. We needed to know what is 3/5 of what number equals 30. And now we can see what is missing number. That is, the missing number is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So 3/5 of 50 is 30. Because 3/5 of 50 equals 30. Okie dokie. So next, Mrs. Johnson baked 2 dozen cookies. 2/3 of her cookies were oatmeal. How many oatmeal cookies did Miss Johnson bake? Okay. That is the 2 dozen. I think a dozen is 12. So 24. 2 dozens means 2 times 12, 24 cookies. 2/3 of that cookies were oatmeal. So if we look that mathematically, we can see, okay, if dozen is 12, that, okay, 1 dozen equals 12 cookies, and 2 dozens automatically will be 24 cookies. So we know. So we have 24 cookies. You can draw 24 cookies, or you can represent this in a fraction is 2/3. So we needed to have a 24 divided into 3 pieces. So let's see if that is like, let's see if we have represent this as our tape diagram. So Anita shows thirds. So here they are. So 1/3, 1/3, 1/3. The whole thing, whole number of cookies is 2 dozen or 24 cookies. So now I'm thinking, oh, what is 24 divided into 3? So I needed to think, oh, that's 8. 3 times 8 is 24. So now I know from my diagram how much is 1/3 of 24 cookies. If I want a 1/3, that would be 8. 1/3 is 8 cookies, but they ask us 2/3. So what is 2/3? 2 out of 3 pieces. So that's 1/3. This is another third. So 2/3. 2/3, or this represents the number. What is 2/3? 2/3 of 24 is 16 cookies. How many oatmeal cookies did Miss Johnson bake? Mrs. Johnson baked 16 oatmeal cookies. Good. So this was exit ticket question 3, using tape diagram to solve the problem. And this was Mrs. Z. We did problem 3, problem 2, and problem 1. We can also write here that what is the number? Number is 50. Okay. And we can 3/5 of 30 is 18. Sounds good. See you. Thank you very much for listening. I hope this was helpful to you. Love you, Mrs.Z.